I'm Akshay Oberoi.
Hi, I'm Parvathy, Omanakuttan.
And you're watching us on MissMalini.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an atypical film. What drew me to the script is that it's atypical, it's something different. I think as a new age actor or new age actors, you have to do something that's a little different to kind of pull people into the audience and get interested in your work. Doing the same stuff is kind of boring and, ordinary. And what excites me about the movie is it's a chance to do something different. Yeah, I did quite a bit. I visited a bunch of pizza shops to see how, it's not like you're trying to get something specific, you're just trying to get as much information in your head as possible, because during some scene somewhere it might work or connect. So I would just chill out, talk to them, watch them make pizzas, watch them answer phone calls. I asked to go on a couple of deliveries, they didn't let me go with them. Like nobody, and I've been to maybe like 40 of these pizza joints. Nobody let me go. They were like, no sir, no whatever. But and then I went to a bunch of graveyards as well, and sat there at like 3:30 in the morning when ghosts come out. Tried to just feel the feeling of fear. And then we did a workshop as well.
Yeah, we did quite a few workshops to get the
Talk
rapport
about the
together.
graveyard.
The graveyard, the twitch sound that you were getting.
Oh yeah, so when I was at the graveyard the first day that I went, like 3:30 in the morning. Half an hour into it, I was like, nothing is happening here, this is pointless, I want to go back home and sleep. Suddenly, I heard this noise coming behind me, and it sounded, static, like when you plug in an electrical point, it makes that this kind of sound. So I snapped back to hear it, and it was gone, nothing was there, and I was freaked as shit. And I was like, I need to get out of here. But I stayed till about 4:15. That was
spooky.
That was spooky.
I believe in spirits and ghosts.
She is a spirit and a ghost.
I also practice.
She is in front of you right here. It's a witch.
But we have beautiful songs, all different genres, and we have the song called "Gimme Pizza," which is a very peppy and very very youthful, energetic number.
The team is eating pizza right now. I think we should also capture that. That's pretty cool. That's
pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's commitment.
Yeah, and there's Terja, which is a very jazzy blues kind of song, which he likes a lot.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
And, my favorite is Tum Chal Diye, which is a romantic ballad, and that is a song which is shot mostly in montages, and all the songs are important, and they kind of tell you about the story, but they don't take away from the story. So people are still sitting at the edge of the seat while this goes on. So there is no typical running around the trees and lip syncing, and there is none of that. And I think our director was very clear in his head of what he wants when he's shooting the film. So we've not taken away from the story and kept the songs really.
So how about you sing that one now?
तुम चलिए
बातें अधूरी सी थोड़ी ज़रूरी सी
होठों पे रखी हुई आँखों से कहनी थी सब छोड़ के बीच में
तुम चल लिए Parvathy had that light incident where the light almost fell on her. I had an incident which is not spooky or scary or anything. It's more life or death, I would say.
Yeah, that was scary for us.
So basically, there's a scene in the film where I'm looking for her and I'm running around frantically through the house searching, can't find her, run out to the street. It was 4 in the morning, so I thought, okay, I'm doing my job. I gotta run out, get in a taxi. That's the scene requirement. So I thought the road would be empty. Other people would have done their jobs and blocked the road. So I didn't think about it at all. The director called action. I ran out to the street, and lo and behold, I look right. We're about 100 meters away. There's a truck coming at full speed, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is the end." So then I somehow just lean back or step back, and this truck just goes right in front of my nose, and just misses me.
That was scary.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's on. I think it's on camera. There's a shot of it available. We don't have it. Well,
it's on the other.
So that was pretty spooky, I would say.
But I think we had good spirits around, therefore we got saved.
Yeah,
there were no
positive ghosts.
harmful incidents.
It's not them acting, it is the spirits.
There was actually the spirits, it's not us.
And what were your favorite scenes in the film?
For me, I think the kind of chemistry that Nikita and Kunal, that are the names of the characters in the film. There is we do not want to take away from the thrill suspense aspect of it. So there are very few scenes which kind of shows that. And there's this one there is this very cute scene where we've had a fight and we're making up for it. I think that's a very sweet scene that we had to shoot it like in a span of an hour or something, and we just finished that, and it's turned out to be good. So I think we've all the days that I've shot with Akshay, I think we've had some moments in the other which were like really good, and there's a scene where I have to break down completely, I have to cry, and I think that kind of brought the emotional side out of me. Yeah, so both the Akshay's, my director and my co-star, made me cry so much for that scene.
I just want to see her crying all the time. I would agree with her. I think that is my favorite chunk of shooting as well. Because as we said earlier, this is not your run-of-the-mill Bollywood film. It has a lot of, we've tried to cut the fat. We've tried to make it about the story and about the pacing and the thrills in the story. So we're not holding you hostage to songs and love scenes and romantic, unnecessary tracks. So it's limited in the film, the love angle of it. But those are the most fun to shoot because they're the most different and the most light, and you have something to play off. And the rest of the film is just kind of me walking around using my imagination, having people scare me.
Well, it was fun working on this film because this is the first film where I'm actually seeing a 3D camera, and because most of our film is shot 3D, so it was a different experience altogether compared to working with the normal camera to shoot a film. I think it's very different because there's a lot of factors that come into being, and the technical aspects I cannot talk about that the director would speak about. But there's so much more to the film when that aspect comes into being, and it was fun shooting. But having said that, we all as a team of Pizza, we came along because we wanted to do a different kind of cinema. But I think as actors, we would want to explore various genres of acting, and want to do different kinds of roles, and not to limit ourselves to just one kind of role, and stick to that.
I do like the word atypical in general because I think that movies and these specific kind of careers, whether it comes to music or any kind of art or creative field, requires you to be a little different because it is your personality that's being reflected in the work or the film. And if it's not different and you're like somebody else, then you're just a clone and it's not interesting. So I do like that it's atypical. I do hope my future works are also different and atypical, but not necessarily in the same genre.
Same genre, yeah.
Experience. The most thrilling experience was making Pizza 3D. Nothing is more thrilling than making this movie. What would you say, Parv?
You almost had a death-defying act. I think that should be the most spookiest, scariest.
Most thrilling experience.
Yeah.
Making the movie was a lot of fun. I think that this has been the most thrilling part of my life.
Yeah. He's literally put his blood and sweat into it.
I have bled and sweated and every single one of these.
Lots of funny.
Yeah, I think we laughed through the making of this movie. Well, one thing in funny in general is the director's relationship with the DOP. The DOP is a cameraman or the cinematographer.
There were always violins playing when they would discuss a particular genre.
The real romantic track of this film is between the two of them. So we would have a lot of fun watching them talk. They're both from Andhra Pradesh. They both speak Telugu. So they'd be talking in this is the sign of a camera. Whatever, this is how we're placing a camera or whatever. So they were constantly talking to each other like lovebirds and making this at each other. So I think we would always crack up watching them talk.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun making this movie.
Shooting. And our director looks very serious, but he's a prankster at heart, and he pulled a couple of pranks on Akshay.
It messed with me so. I realized how naive I am. It messed with my mind a couple of times.
It's just the beard that makes him look a little
serious and mature, but really something's lacking up here. I fell for like every prank possible.
I think the best incident, which I just laughed for like 15 minutes watching it, was the making videos where Akshay is supposed to get the pizza to a woman, and she's supposed to interact with him, and she suddenly goes berserk and starts shouting at him, and he just goes like, okay, this is not in the script, what's happening?
And I'm trying to be a committed actor and like go with the flow, but it's impossible because what she's saying is like, why isn't anyone yelling cut? What is she talking about? But of course that was Mr. Director's idea of a good time.
Mine was wow.
Yeah. See, it's a Tamil film that we've adapted, so I think I saw the film before I read the script, and when I saw the film, I said, "Wow, wow, this is the kind of film that I would have only dreamt to be a part of." Just because of the content. I mean, good content like that in our industry comes across very rarely.
And I think Akshay has our director has come up with a very good, adaptation of it, because he's added a lot of things that the Bollywood audiences can relate to, and it's tweaked a lot according to the mindset that the Bollywood audience has. And I think it's great when a regional film like this, which was appreciated and loved by the audiences, goes out and reaches out to a wider audience. And I think that's what we all have given our best, and that's something which is going to come through for sure.
Because we're in it. I mean, I don't see any other reason why. No, I think that it's after a long time you're going to watch a movie that's a little different, and whenever something like that, and good different, when you come out, you're like, wow, that's fresh, that's new. And I'm excited to see what kind of reactions that garners, because I feel like it should kind of have that word of mouth spreading around where people are buzzing about it, talking about it post the release of the film.
I mean, I feel that with Pizza 3D, people are going to have a different mindset completely with reference to that kind of genre of films.
Yeah,
because we don't have too many films like these coming up. And at the same time, we also have audiences who are now open to watching different kind of cinema. They want to watch movies which are not the usual films that are being made, and they're looking forward for it. And from what I have got, like the responses that I have got from youngsters, from schools and colleges who have watched the trailers, is that they want to see that more cinema on that lines, and I think that is the best part, because we are coming at a time where the youth wants to see something new, and I think with this film, it's really gonna really change the mindset.
Yeah, just to add to what she's saying, usually in Bollywood specifically, we have a certain context as to what horror and thriller actually means, and we're so used to consuming it a certain way. And this is obviously not that, so I'm very interested to see how the genre also redevelops or redefines itself.
Because it's not just horror, it's not just thriller. It has a mix of
like we don't have a Sufi song and a girl coming in a flowing dress. We don't have that, which is usually what a horror and thriller has in its packaging.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see how this redefines that kind of space.
Go watch Pizza 3D, okay?
18th July, right?
18th of July.
Don't disappoint us, because we will find you, hunt you down, we'll drag you to the theatre. See this face? I'm serious.
We deliver the pizza as well.
Yeah. Post watching the movie, I'll get you a pizza if you want.